All right. Anyways, we're here. Let's spin the wheel before anything else happens. What are we going to hit here? Oh, is this what's going down right now? Message in a haunted mansion. Senior detective. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Excellent. Let's hit this one up. It's been a minute since we've been back to some Nancy Drew. So that should be pretty exciting. Message in a haunted mansion. Ba-dum bum bum bum. Yep, doo doo. Let's bring Al back here. Cool. All right, so I have to recall a lot about this game, but I'm ready for the challenge. First off, is the game ready to go? Sort of. I forgot what. Where did my windows go? Quite a breeze coming through at the moment. What are these? Oh, these are very old Monkey Island 2 runs that I did. Interesting. Okay. Not what I'm looking for, though. We want some Nancy. Drew. I think these are the notes here. Title still says Druids. Oh, you know what? When I just updated my category, it reset me back to Druids. It wasn't initially. That should update here in a moment. Good eye. Because that would have been like that for a while. Oops, all Druids. Alright, I'm gonna leave this up, meaning all of my little screenshots that I had taken. Boy, this is gonna be an interesting run, this one here. There it is. Alright, so I need you to show me the money here. Is it playing Endless Mine again? Didn't we already listen to this one? Super shuffle going on here. There we go. Alright. Sorry, I'm actually having to check this in ScumBM really quick because for some reason did not make it in here, but that's not a problem because just have to find it in here. There we go. Alright, we are all set. Get rid of this. For the slider puzzle near the end, do I? It's not looking good. Maybe we'll watch somebody do it real quick before we begin. Let's make sure the game is working, though, first. Oh, okay. Yeah, this thing is like, where's the longest journey? This is the longest journey now. Alright, cool. This looks pretty good. Alright, so that's one thing. Let me get rid of that. Move this over yonder as well. I'm pretty sure I've done a senior detective run before. I know I've done a junior one. For sure, for sure. Oh, perfect. Osaku saving the day here. I was curious. That was the other thing I was going to check, is to see if the overlays would change. That's excellent to see. Okay, so if I was a Nancy Drew speedrun, I'd probably live in here. Cool. Okay, yep, there's the splits. It looks like we just have a 2244. Oh, right, this is Hasta La Pizza, or whatever the heck this guy says. What a game. Hasta La Pasta. Senior detective. Here we go. Okay, so I've got an official. Yeah, we're gonna be fine, and by fine I mean we're gonna survive this. Wrong Italian food. Once I said, again, this is why I need to probably take a break from playing Druids, because the pizza thing is like overtaking my brain. Alright, this is actually what I'm going to do here, because we're about to start this run. I don't want this ad to fire off in the middle of it for any of our non-subbed folks. So I'm going to run the ad now. I will do nothing but talk for 1 minute. Actually, I still need to probably get a couple of things set up anyway, so you're not missing anything, and this will just make sure we get it out of the way. We don't have to worry about it for an hour. So hang tight. which is so pushy on it. And the thing is, I don't actually know if it's a full cutover ad or if it's one of the ones where it boxes it in. Do you know what I'm talking about? Started doing those, which is, I guess, nice, but like it's annoying. You know what really bothers me with the boxed in ads is that sometimes they're like really bright and you're sitting in like a dark room and watching it or something, and then suddenly this giant like white ad appears over the top and it blinds you. I don't know. That kind of thing bugs me. There's a specific vibe we're going for on this stream, and it's not always helped with the ads, that's for sure. So I guess we'll just kind of wing where we're splitting here. See no ad here, that's right. Yeah, shoutouts to the, I mean, if you have ad blocker, also well done, but shoutouts to the ad blocking folks and anyone who subscribes, thank you kindly. Depends on your country, okay, yeah. I'm sure it's, yeah, your mileage may vary. For sure. Ads are annoying, so I'll just kind of level with everybody on that. Not my idea. This is pressure from Bezos. Yeah, you're right. It was a senior detective run last time. The only other run that I have saved on here is for a death percent run. And then I've done a junior detective run of the final scene. Very good. Folks remember a lot more than I do. That's good. Not good for me, I guess, but it's good for you folks. All right, are we out of the ad? Yeah, we're good. All right, let's do the thing now. Super annoying that had to happen, but we might as well push on. So I've got a bunch of screenshots up to the side. I have the guide that is on the board, which has some very helpful images as well, which hopefully will get me through some of these trickier bits here. Cursor, let's make my notes a little bit bigger. Should change this into a markdown file at some point. Anyways, time I think starts on either selecting the difficulty or something like that. Let's just double check that quick. Time starts when you select difficulty and ends when the ending letter begins playing. Got it. Okay. So new game.
Hi, it's Nancy Drew.
Hi, Nancy Drew.
Welcome to my latest cyber mystery, Message in a Haunted Mansion.
Ooh.
Choose your difficulty level to start off. If you're new to adventure games, you might want to click on the tutorial button to learn how to play the game.
Okay, I will consider that. Hey, Anishiwa, just on time, yeah. We should say right on time. You're right on time. Okay. Oh, I see. I started the game and then...
Listen, my child, to this story of dreams, and know that the beginning is more difficult than it seems.
Whatever. We'll do it again.
Hi, it's Nancy Drew. Welcome to my latest cyber mystery, Message in a Haunted Mansion.
I want to make sure I don't hit enter. Or escape, rather. Clicking top right.
Hello from stormy San Francisco. This time I'm staying in a beautiful Victorian mansion. You'd love the room I'm in. It's full of old Chinese furnishings and some interesting knickknacks. The owner of the house, Rose Green, is a friend of Hannah and asked me to
try this
come
one more
out and
time
help
here.
her with...
Might have to be really quick on it.
Nancy Drew.
I've done it
Welcome to
before.
my
There's like a
latest
spot in the
cyber
corner
mystery,
that you can
Message
click.
in a Haunted Dear Bess, hello from stormy San Francisco. This time I'm staying in a beautiful Victorian mansion. You'd love the room I'm in.
Yeah.
It's full of old Chinese furnishings and some interesting knickknacks. The owner of the house, Rose Green, is a friend of Hannah.
We'll get the
and
full
asked me to
scoop here,
come
I
out
guess.
and help her with some renovation work. She and her friend Abby hope to turn the place into a bed and breakfast by next month. But from what I gathered, Rose isn't sure if she can open in time. Ever since they started the renovations, they've had a lot of accidents. Could it be just bad luck, or is there something more sinister at work? I'm sure I'll find out. Love, Nancy.
It is missable. Okay. Well, you're right. We got there. Cool. All right. Let us begin. How do we... So, set our alarm. I have to try to remember everybody's name. It's been a minute. I think... Is Abby in here? No, Abby must be the person downstairs. I probably should have paid attention to the intro where they were introducing
Hello,
everyone.
Nancy. I'm very glad you could come out here.
Thank you.
We can really use your help, seeing how far we are behind schedule. Are you all ready to do some renovation work?
Oh no, this is somebody else. Oh. I'm gonna try to restart this one more time here. This is really strange how this is working at the moment. We'll just roll with whatever we get on this one.
Hi, it's Nancy Drew. Welcome to my latest cyber mystery.
Okay, yeah, nice. Cool. Well, that's that spot there. So alarm. Let's go to 2 p.m. Set. Yeah, they are really jacked. They're very like Uncanny Valley. There's something really fun about it. I'm pretty sure then that this means that this person is Abby.
Hello, Nancy. I see you've
Yeah,
arrived
this is
safely
the
from
one.
your long journey. But I'm sensing an aura of danger around you. I can tell you're an inquisitive
Oh, I think
type,
I'm
a
supposed to
little
turn the
skeptical,
audio
and
off,
that you
actually.
don't believe in ghosts.
And you do?
I sense a very strong but restless spirit within these walls. And a restless spirit can...
One more restart here. Let's get the settings all right here. It's very important. As much as I
Listen, my
love
child,
hearing
this story of dreams, and
all
know that
this.
the beginning is more difficult than... Hi, it's Nancy Drew. Welcome to my latest cyber...
Okay. Okay, we just arrived. We're pretty tuckered out. So let's have our sleep here. Set. A marionette show. It does feel very like everything is sort of not fully attached naturally to everything else. The heck? There we go. So this should allow me to go slightly faster, possibly. Maybe not. In which case, I'll turn them back on. I like hearing the voices, they're kind of fun. At that time, more will be revealed. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the voices on then if we're... It doesn't seem to be mattering. Let's get for the whole experience here. I do wonder if that's maybe something... that's around, like, because I'm playing in Scum
Hello,
VM and not
Nancy.
natively.
I'm very glad you could come out here. We can really use your help, seeing how far we are behind schedule.
Where are
you
we?
all ready to do some renovation work?
I can't
I
wait.
can't wait. Last night, you mentioned some accidents. What exactly happened?
I don't know where to begin. It started out with some small but irritating things. But then the scaffolding collapsed, and just last week we had a gas leak. I really don't know whether I can stand much more of this. I would love to have a week without any accidents.
I can understand your frustration, Rose. Do you think it's just bad luck?
I'm not one to believe in bad luck, but it's been one thing after another. Maybe Charlie doesn't have the expertise for these renovations, but his rates are so affordable. I sometimes wonder, though, if this old house would be worth more burned to the ground. Enough chit-chat. Hannah tells me you're a real pro with puzzles. Take a look in the corner. Those wood tiles should fit inside the inlay pattern of the floor. Abby and I tried for hours, but it's just too complicated.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry for not introducing you around, but everyone posts their schedule here in the dining room. It's kind of like Command Central. Let me know how far you get with that puzzle. And thanks again for helping us, Nancy.
Command Central. Alright, so I did this puzzle once upon a time, right? So I've gotta be smart enough to figure this out. Again. Right. This probably goes there. This might go here. I hope this doesn't have to be exact because that is gonna be a little bit tricky. Oh, we can rotate things. Of course we can. I forgot about that. Alright, there we go. Get in there. Get in there. That's pretty close. Guess they're kind of glowing. Unless I have to like... Oh, I can see them. Like, there you go. Okay. Certain pieces must be like locked into a particular spot, huh? Okay. Oh. This one looks like it might need to touch up. Do you see how they light up? It like makes you think that like that's the spot you need to put them in. But they are showing a little bit of air there.
I did it.
Oh my goodness, finally, we did it. Okay.
How's
Easy.
that inlay puzzle coming along?
Alright, I finished it.
Wonderful. But now I've got something else for you. I set up a ladder upstairs so you can chip off the broken tiles on the hallway ceiling. You'll need to look around for a chisel or paint scraper for the job.
Pixel perfect
I'm
speedrun.
not sure where Charlie keeps them.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Bye, Nancy.
Bye, Nancy. Alright, you're out. We're gonna go to the basement. Alright, we're gonna test my knowledge. Is this the basement? I think it is. Yes.
Hi, you must be Nancy. My name's Charlie.
Right.
Rose told me that there have been a lot of accidents lately. What do you think is causing them?
I have no idea. People are blaming me, but it's not my fault. I know what I'm doing. I know how to do this work. Listen, Nancy, I really need to get back to work. I'm repairing some floorboards, so be careful walking around. Rose was looking for you earlier. Maybe she has something for you to do. See ya.
See ya. Okay, so we gotta get out of here. Attempt to leave. Okay, I think we have to go to the library, which I think is behind us. Okay.
Hello.
You.
I was so wrapped up in my book, I didn't hear you come in. My name is Lewis Chandler.
I didn't mean to startle you. I'm Nancy Drew. I came out to help Rose and Abby with the renovations.
Yes, well, I'm very glad you're here.
Are you researching the history of this house?
Actually, I'm a bit in the dark about this particular property. However, as far as Victorian mansions go, I don't see anything remarkable about this one.
What are you using the library for?
Research. This library contains many rare books and documents that predate the Great Earthquake. It was quite a find for a student of the Victorian period, such as myself.
Just ignore the phone, I guess.
What are you looking for in these books?
I'm sorry, but I'm quite busy at the moment, and although I'd like to talk, I really don't have the time. Please, excuse me.
Stan S. Stanman. Isn't there a like a tile that we need to pick up here?
It's stuck. It's stuck.
I'll come back to it, I guess. Let's get out of here. Yeah, there's a part of the notes that are posted in here are to pick up a tile. Anyway, tile. Oh wait, hang on. I just saw the note here. Tile piece behind books. Go grab that quick. There's definitely. I remember this kind of from. Oh, this is not the right book. Must be in this punch-in somewhere. That's the piano book. I don't know. Oh, okay. It's because I'm looking at the wrong bookshelf. So I think we go... There it is. That's the one we want. Okay. Easy. I'm sure I won't remember that next time I do a run. Thanks, Ursapon, yeah. I probably need to doctor these up a little bit. So that I have a bit there. Oh, grab chisel. Oops. I definitely did not grab a chisel. Chisel's behind me. I love that the phone just continues to ring. That is actually hilarious to me. Yeah, it's the chisel. What's the time? Okay, we do actually want to use this then. Is it 5 p.m.? Is that what we're going for? Have a little 30-minute sleep. Little nap. Ooh. Okay, so we're finally down here. This needs to be... There it is. How do I close this? Oops, I got turned around, didn't I? Okay, chisel.
It's locked.
Okay, we need to get a crowbar, which is in here somewhere. That looks like crowbar to me.
It's stuck.
Hang on. Leave out a... Oh, grab tile piece near the wine bottles. Okay, let's make sure we do that. Wine bottles. There we are. Thank you. Grab the iron in chest. Is that a chest? Okay.
It's stuck.
Oh, come on. Yeah, the really fast runs of this game are insane. They remind me of like watching one of those super high level like putt-putt runs. It's nuts. Some powerful speed running. Okay, so I think I need to go to the dumbwaiter, which is right here. But I need to go to the downstairs one, don't I? I thought I remember where some of the stuff is.
The rope is cut.
You have to have so much confidence moving from room to room as well. I do not have that at all. Okay, that can't be right. Wonder if this is a transcription error. No, that's weird. Game just dissed me, I think. What just occurred there. Okay, world record run doesn't even do this part here, which is interesting. I don't know when they do it actually then. I should probably check, is the guide I'm using for Junior? It just says any percent. Okay. Just do it our own way, I guess. Turn it around, maybe? What am I missing here? So I'm supposed to be able to go in. I thought this would be a cutscene. Cutscene will not happen. Oh, okay. Glad you're around to help. I guess we'll just press onwards. So I have to maybe just wait until they show up again? Do I just go back to sleep? So I have a feeling that if I restart the whole run, I'm still going to be late. Although I kind of remember how everything is now. So maybe it would be a bit cleaner. Let's just do, I guess, like 5 p.m. again. Yeah, it's no surprise that you have to kind of be really, really tight with it, right? So you're like optimizing everything. Joke's on them, I don't know how to read. Oh, right. Oh, this is a thing, right? I have to do this without dying, I guess. There we go. Thank you. Ugh.
I talked to everybody in the house, and none of them can figure out what caused the fire. Maybe I should take Lewis's advice and cut my losses before it's too late.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Goodbye.
I am looking for some consolation here. What time is it now? Did I miss it again? Boy. I'm just trying to spy on somebody, and the game's like, absolutely not. You are way too slow to make this work. I'm gonna try it anyway.
I should wait until I'm alone.
Oh, is this nerd here now? I always turn the wrong way there. Alright, let's see if I can just get a little bit of sleep. Try it again. I'd rather not restart the run. The problem is I don't have like the game knowledge that you probably really need to have to run this. Like I've beaten the game obviously before, but I was more of a bumbling detective than I was a senior detective, if you know what I mean. Let's try this. We're a little bit closer to the time that got mentioned. Okay, there we go. Excellent.
Aha! That's it!
Lewis, are you in there?
I'll be right there.
Okay, we looked at the book. Close the briefcase. Alright, actually, it says I have to actually answer the phone now. I have to actually dial this, don't I?
This is Emily.
Hi, Emily. It's Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew? I haven't heard from you in ages. How's Hannah? not in San Francisco, are you, my dear?
I sure am. I'm staying with Rose Green, a friend of Hannah's, in a Victorian mansion. I'm helping out with
Mansion.
renovations.
You know, you're lucky you caught me at home. I've been traveling most of these days, but after that crazy tour of Egypt. By the way, riding a camel is not as easy as it looks. My editor gave me an assignment right here in town. It'll be on the Dragons of San Francisco.
I hope you won't be riding them. What were you doing in Egypt?
Oh, you know, the usual. Pyramids, bazaars, the Sphinx. Well, what are you up to, Nancy? Why'd you call? Is there anything I can help you out with?
Do you know what the words gumbo foo mean?
Sounds Chinese to me. Why don't you ask everyone what they think it means? It may have something to do with the house. In the meantime, I'll ask my friends about it. Gumbo foo.
I should get going. Goodbye, Emily.
Goodbye, Nancy.
Okay. Finally, we answered the call. That creepy voice has been on the line for a very long time. Okay. So I need to probably rest again here because we need to talk to Lewis. And as I remember, Lewis is the guy that's in there. Hey, Mind Slug. Message in a chat. Hopefully he's there at 1 or noon, I guess.
Wake up, wake up.
Wake up. I turned myself around. I was like, what has happened here? Yeah, we're doing a little bit of Nancy Drew.
Ah, Nancy. What a shame to have lost those papers. And to think that we almost lost the house. Rose is very fortunate to have you here.
Do you know what gumbo foo means?
Where did you hear that?
I also need to talk to Charlie, it turns
I
out.
read about it in a magazine.
I see. As I recall, it means House of Great Books. After the Great Earthquake, many books and documents were stored in private homes to save them from the fires. The Chinese called those houses Gumbo Fu.
I won't keep you any longer.
Goodbye, Nancy.
Goodbye, Nancy. So Charlie isn't here. Hopefully the ordering doesn't matter too much.
Hey, Nancy. Hey, there's been another accident. You've got to believe me, I didn't have anything to do with it. I just hope Rose doesn't blame me for this one.
Do you know what the words gumbo foo mean?
I'm not sure. I've never heard that before.
I'll let you get back to your renovation.
So long.
Okay, so this is where the game's gonna actually get a little bit difficult for me. We're gonna trust in the power of the guide, though. Bug of Moo. It all makes sense now. Never looked at it that way. Okay. We must open the safe. And to do that, we need to go like this. Okay. Oh shoot, hopefully I did this right. Okay. I think I know why I messed up there at least. So every time I hit the button, it resets it, right? Yeah, okay. That is okay. I understand. Oh, do I have to click the arrow? Oh, geez. Okay. Thank you very much. That's huge. Here I was thinking it was just like a combination lock thing where you're just spinning them, and then if you hit the right spots, then you're good to go. Okay, well, now we can continue very safely now. That actually kind of allows me to do a little bit more in terms of optimizing the movement, although I'll kind of just stick to what I'm doing, I guess, but... First time, every time.
Something's missing here.
Okay. I'm gonna make a save here. That way it's in this position no matter what. I forget if it resets or not, so. So, according to this lovely image, which I'm very... Oh no. I've realized that this is a solution for the 3v3, which is probably why I'm missing so many of these things. No wonder I struggle with this every single time. Because the guide that is on there is just says any percent, and it doesn't actually outline the difficulty. It's in the slider. That's fine. Either way, I don't have the right notes for this, so you stand by. No worries. Oh, let's see, I lost that one again. I see. Okay. Boom, boom. Yeah, I should honestly go ahead and like update some of these notes. Oops, I think I still messed it up. Yeah, I know I'm doing it wrong. It's okay. It's alright. This is crazy how fast this is done. I'm probably just gonna have to do this normally, I guess. I don't really know how else I go through this. Let's see if there's maybe a guide to this somewhere. Because I think this is the thing that I found out last time. Was that this guide is not for the right difficulty. Or the difficulty I expect it to be. Yeah, it's been so long since I've done this one, I didn't really remember. It's left, down, down, right. Oh, I actually think I messed this up again, too. Boy. Oh, dear.
At the gym group,
Hello, ad on YouTube. Okay, so this is the same exact thing. Fine. Just gonna pop this into my notes here. Okay, let's try this for real now. Okay. Down, down, right, up, right, down, down, left, up. I'm gonna go up, up. This says up, up, right. But there is nothing to move to the right here. Down, down, left, up, then up, up, right. I don't know why this one's getting stuck here. Unless it means that it needs... Like, go to the one on the right rather than move the tile to the right. Alright, let me just try this. I'll put this on like slow-mo or something. Rats. I just lost that spot on there. Right, so the current setup on the screen here is this. So that moves up, moves up, this moves over. This is wire. They must be explaining something in this video that I'm watching. Because they like hover over all three options and they must be explaining something. But then they like, while I'm looking away for 2 seconds. Change what they're doing. So this one moves up. Please. This is just the absolute worst. Are you moving it? Yes, you are. Holy cow. Okay. First time every time, right? Okay. Hey, Casey. We got through that, and I have to imagine that was at least slightly faster than maybe the last time I tried it. That's maybe not the truth, but we did do it. I think if you remember the pathway through it, like kind of what I do for the Darkside Detective versions of those kind of puzzles, like you remember the path rather than the direction. That tends to help a little bit. Oh yeah, that is a split, thank you. I always seem to forget to do it in this, do you go here? Which one gets it? Do you have a thing? No, maybe not. How about you?
Gold! And to think I was standing on it all along.
Ha 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 ha. Too bad no one will ever find out about it.
I don't know.
Louis?
I knew it! There must be over $1 million in here.
I've got to stop him before he gets away.
So long, losers.
Wait, did I do that wrong, huh?
And you just let him get away?
Oh,
There was nothing I could
George.
do.
I'm sure there was something you could have done to stop him. Well, you probably had to act fast and didn't have enough time.
I guess this mystery's solved.
A bad ending
Unfortunately,
percent.
The bad guy got away. This time.
Second
I've gotta
chance.
stop him before he gets away.
Don't take the squeaky chairs, I guess, or the squeaky stairs.
What? Hey! Hey, hey! Get me out of here!
Get me out of
Dear
here.
Bess, I'm just
I might
about
also be
finishing my
impaled.
renovation work and counting out all of those
Did I
gold
actually do
coins.
that in 20 some
Louis
odd
was
minutes
behind
before?
all
That's
of the
crazy.
accidents, hoping to pressure Rose into selling the house so he could find the treasure himself. Although Rose and Abby may not have a legal right to the gold, the bank the coins were stolen from will still give them a reward for finding it. The house also has
I
gotten
want to
a
make sure
lot
I
of publicity
tag
in all
up
the
this
news
set of
stories,
notes that I have
and
on
the
here that
place
these are
is booked
explicitly
solid
for
the first
Junior
month of its
Detective.
opening. I guess a haunted bed and breakfast with hidden treasures is all the rage these days, even if there are no such things as ghosts. I think. See you soon, Nancy.
Okay. Hopefully that'll save me a little bit next time. We'll see. You won't make that mistake again, right? Thank you all for the GGs. We did get there. And welcome in, Casey. I was tuning into the Adventure Game podcast a bit earlier. For a little bit. It's pretty interesting to hear everyone's top games of the year, or whatever there. Welcome in. Yeah, thanks everybody for the GGs. That's such a bumpy run, isn't it? Yikes. It's a fun game, though. I really do like it. But yeah, my game knowledge is lacking immensely in this one. That would go a long way. But I'm glad to have had that run done. Feels good to to complete it. Under an hour, considering I had to basically look up a video to do the slider puzzle. We got there eventually, and kind of understand the timing situation a little bit better. Just channeling a little bit of my my KGB skills there. But there you go. Saying you could skip those puzzles. So there are different puzzles on different difficulties. So there's a junior detective difficulty and then senior. So we just did the senior one. But if you were to go to junior, the puzzles are slightly different. Actually, can I even... I can do this. Show this off. So that slider puzzle, for instance. Can't get to it now, but it's like a 3x3 grid as opposed to a 4x4 grid. Which is probably still enough to confound me, but the notes that I'm using are the ones that are on SRC, and they are specifically for the junior detective ones, which is why I was getting really confused on like what was going on at certain points. So you kind of have to do everything, but they're kind of are different. I don't know, different requirements, I suppose, if that makes sense. Anyway, that was a slow and steady, maybe not so steady, run. Detective, senior detective's Message in a Haunted Mansion. We definitely have a couple Bonnie treats to catch up to. Save those splits because that's going to be big. Let's see if she wants a treat here. Oh, yes. Hello, Bon. Let's see. We've got two treats. Two treats for Bon. Boop, there she is. She's been napping in the other room, but listening intently for this moment. We've got one treat coming in from Osaku. Thanks, Osaku. And another from Hit Marty. Thank you, Hit Marty. Celebratory treats. Feels good to finish that one. I think if I did a bunch of those back to back, that would be the key there. But I do those Nancy Drew runs. Whoa, powerful yawn. Felt that. If I did a bunch of them back to back, it would be very helpful. But yeah, I tend to just hit them on these spin days, so it's always an immense de-rust. That happens. Cool. Thanks for the treats. We are maxed out on grubs, which is good to see. So I think what we'll do is we'll spin the wheel. If it's something long, like we hit one of the first plays or something, maybe we'll knock the grubs out quick. Otherwise, yeah, we'll do the run and then maybe switch into grubs and see what we have left. So let's keep it moving here, shall we? Get rid of that. Where's the wheel? If I was a wheel, where would I be? Here we are. Let's give it a spin. Okay, it's going to be a Darkside detective run of some kind. A case one. Let's go. Okay, so Spade sent this one in many moons ago now, I think. So let's mark this one up. Case one. Very good. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting... This is, I guess, is one of those ILs that you can really get sucked into because it's quite short. It's not the shortest in all of Darkside Detective 1, but it is very close to being the fastest. I think the speed run's probably going to be about a minute long or so. What's the world record on this? It's probably either just over a minute or close to it. Malice in Wonderland. 55 seconds, yeah. So my PB is 62 seconds, according to SRC. I probably still have these splits kind of fresh here because I did that run of Darkside Detective for GDQ Hotfix fairly recently. Alright, so let's bring y'all back out here. Let me fire up the game. Sometime this year for the release of Darkside Detective 3. Ah, very cool. I wasn't really sure what happened because they just put the Blake Manor game out, which I must have moved it, but I had one of their flyer things for it, for Blake Manor at least from Adventure X, but I don't have it now. But that's very cool. I figured that there'd be a little bit more time, but that's great progress, I suppose. Very cool. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Where did chat go? Okay. This game kind of captures a little strange, but the good news is that I was just capturing this for GDQ, so this should be very doable. All right. Cool. All right, so we probably do not need the Grub information up at the moment. And cool. So I'll probably do like 5-10 minutes of runs of this, so like a handful of attempts. These ones are super short. Like I said, the world record's 55 seconds by Frozen Spade. My best is, you can see it's, well, maybe you can see this background is intense, but it's 63 seconds on here, but it's been retimed to 62. So if we can get maybe like under a minute, that would be pretty cool. I am really quick going to give myself that 5-second warm up there because that's going to go a long way. And we'll see what we can do. So this one's pretty quick. It's kind of your like tutorial. Mission here in a lot of ways. Have to check some of these bits. That gets you the key that you need. Grab the pens, back down, back in. Study all this for the lantern. Up the stairs. Now we're kind of in the end game now. This can get up there. Paint thinner. Oh wait, we need the light bulb. Goes in the lamp. Right, so this one goes here. I have to remember that. I realized I didn't have my notes up, so I was like, actually had to do the puzzle properly here. Something isn't right, something isn't right. This is the hour that began, didn't it? Okay. 84. Cool. All right, that's not bad for attempt number 1. Like I said, let me put up like a 10-minute timer here. I guess I'll do 9 minutes. We'll just try to squeeze in as many as I can. I'll just do it locally here. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Cool. I will accept that. What's my average? 123. Okay, so that's pretty decent then for run number 1. Let's start again. Let's see if we can't go any faster here. So I think you do have to check that door to be able to get this conversation with the nanny here, which gets you the key that you need. That study is locked, but you have to kind of realize that it's locked. Good. Okay, light bulb goes there. You can light that now. This goes here. Why is this not working? I need to know what to draw. What did I miss here? Oh, the page. Get a reset on that one then. It's a giant plue. Oops, not that one. Something isn't right. Something isn't right. Truly. Okay, missed a couple pretty important hitboxes there, but that was a lot better than the last run. Which, yeah, 12 seconds better. I think we're ahead of the average now as well, so that's pretty good progress on run number 2. I will accept that, certainly. Pretty good grab there. Had one extra click there that I didn't need to. Otherwise, pretty good. That's actually a decent run there. I'm pleased. 108. How was that against the last one? Yeah, we're trending in the right direction here. Boy, this thing does a workout on your hand. I will tell you that much. But only 5 seconds, a little 5 seconds behind. Any of the quest games? I've done Space Quest 1, King's Quest 3 for speedruns. I've not actually played any of the Police Quest games before. I've seen others play them at that point. I think there was a time where maybe Santa was speedrunning Police Quest. Oops. Reset on that one. Oh, of course, Owl's Quest. How could I forget Owl's Quest? The ultimate quest game. Mad Dog Williams, yeah. Okay. I think I know what I need to do for that for next time. Something isn't right, something isn't right. Furious clicking, furious clicking. That answer is always lower than I expect it to be. Okay, 107. That was a pretty good one. There were a lot of mistakes and redos in that. But that actually turned out to be okay. And that actually was faster. That's our fastest of the day. Cool. I'm in together here. I might just go from the restart here. I don't know if it loads faster or something, but all of our good times have come from reloading. Okay. Ooh, Graham. Yeah, we do need an extended mix of Something Isn't Right, for sure. We need kind of like a club mix, maybe, made up of that one. Yeah, they are pretty unfair. They definitely have I don't know. They're certainly of their time, right? All those games, for sure. But yeah, I've done runs of King's Quest 3. I did a run of King's Quest 2 as well, actually. The remake, like the AGS fan remake of that. I did a run or two of that for a little bit, and then yeah, Space Quest 1 was kind of recently. It was like end of last year. And yeah, Owl's Quest. And yeah, Stair Quest, of course. In the spirit of, right? Okay. Rip my arm here. Pour one out for the homies. That's annoying. I was literally trying to do the thing that I needed to do. Restart. I want to try to get that, like, initial dialogue just slightly faster here. Okay. I feel like I don't know if I could do that one any better. That was pretty good. Yeah, that was really, really good. Obviously, I must be able to do it slightly better because I've gotten a better time in that. But that's against PB right there. It was just over a second. Got the opening just the way that I wanted to, and then kind of went through it. What's good is I'm starting to remember specifically like where, like on the top of the screen here where the inventory appears. Like I'm kind of remembering the ordering and the space of where everything is. Okay, let's do a couple more and then we'll call it here. Yeah, you can add first plays, yeah. I may not get to them as quickly, but you are allowed to do a first play, yeah. I think the real rules are like stream safe. Ideally not like a JRPG that's going to take me 60 hours to do. And there's like probably a couple games that I probably don't really want to play, but other than that. And in those cases, I'll always refund you the points back so you can try something else. Also, you know what? I started the timer late on that last one. We probably need to check the tape on that. Also, do I really need to check the door? I should test that. Yeah, this one's already kind of a goof. Maybe I'll try resetting that really quick and seeing if it works. Yeah, exactly. The thing is that there's a bunch of games that I think that I would very much enjoy playing that are of that ilk. I love me a good JRPG, that is for sure. I'm gonna try not clicking on the study just to see if I can get in there. I think that is required. Yeah, okay. So I do have to do that because that unlocks the other answer here, which gets us the key. Okay, good to know. I think I knew that, but it's one of those things where it's kind of nice to double check. I've not played through Blade Runner yet, no. It's a game that seems very cool, though. If I can get one more run, that would be cool. Okay, grab this, head out, grab that, go upstairs, hop in here, grab the page, you're the nanny, give me the key, thank you. Ooh, just barely snagged that. Lantern, hallway, and we are back out. Oh. Ah! It was just short on the reach there. Pretty good run, though, all in all. 104.43. I'm actually pretty interested in seeing what that the last, not the one that we just did, but the one before that is retimed, because I think that might be at least like equal to or close to a PB. Very close. I'll try one more, and then that's it. Uno mas. Boom, 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 boom. Did I get the door? I don't know if I did. Find out in a moment. Nope, I did not. That one doesn't count, I guess. Okay. I'm really starting to struggle with completing a run here. That's not always good. We'll take whatever we get on this. So we can move on to the next spin. Okay, we heard the door there that time, so we should be fine. Oops. I think that's the right idea, like just kind of chuck them in there best you can. Okay. That's more of a forgiving hotspot there than I was giving it credit for. You just gotta overshoot it rather than undershoot it. I thought it was a little thinner. But yeah, 108. Okay. I will double check that. Let me make a note for myself to okay, this'll work. Where'd all my pens go? The frame time. That one there. Ooh. We'll deal with that at a later date. Some tech missing from my run. I don't think so. I think the folks who are ahead of me, because it's not even just Spade, I think. Let's see. Let me pull up the old bit. I think it's mostly execution. I'll bring y'all back here and get some more tunes going. Let me just have a real quick look. The only thing that's different against... Let's see. So there's 2 rounds ahead of mine. Mike has a 59... almost 59 flat. And then Spade has a 55.5. I don't think that there's anything special.
I jumped the car back in Breaker's Kart.
But I know Spades was done on the demo, like the Darkside Detective demo. So I wonder if maybe that changes some of the load times at all. And that's not even me. I have no idea. Both of those folks, Spade and Mike, are both very good speedrunners. So I think it just comes down to... It's weird, when you get down to the nitty-gritty on these things, it's that reaction time, right? So the time that it takes me to, like, grab the little icons and put them into that particular space that you need in the door, and then, like, being able to grab the bulb and put it in the lamp and, you know, put the matches to the lantern. Like, I think I just have, like, I don't know, a hesitation, and I think that adds up to be a couple seconds. That's probably the difference between a lot of it. I could be wrong too. Hey, Dark Shocks. I have no mouth. Yeah, that's been an old one. I think Slames James put that up many, many moons ago. Powerful Nicky Boom music. Alright, where's the wheel? Have double music here for not careful. Alright. Spin again. That was a Garfield card time. Oh, yes. Excellent. Powerful Garfield cart. Okay. So, this is what the plan's going to be here. Let me mark Garfield cart as hit. Adee-doo. Pull this out here. I'm going to do a couple things. One, I'm going to take a quick break right now and grab a snack and a beverage. When I return, then we're going to do grubs to make sure we get the grubs out of the way. I don't know how long this Garfield cart is gonna take. So just to be sure, we're going to do the grubs, switch into Garfield cart, and then we'll take a look at the time I've got left, just to make sure we honor everything today. But yeah, Garfield cart and more coming up quite soon. I'll be right back.
biologically you remain the same.
Alrighty, folks. I've returned. I think we're good here. Excuse me. Alright, so once again, here's the plan. We're going to, well, first off, let's very importantly get back to Bonnie down here. We do have a treat redemption from Andrew Tencho, so there you go. Thank you. And a couple good luck scritches here. Thank you very much for the treats. So yeah, we're gonna do our Grub collections now. That way we just make sure we honor them. And then we're going to switch gears into Garfield Kart. Very exciting times for Garfield Kart. Any Garfield fans out there? All right. So let's get Tails going here. Boom, 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 boom. Prevent the double music there. Also, we need... Wrong count. There we go. Starting today at the 19.4. Kind of exciting there. We have a full 20, right? Yes, okay. So that's all loaded and ready to go. Let's begin. Knock these out quick, and then Garfield Kart to follow. So I think, if I recall correctly, the category is the Lasagna Cup %. So I think we'll be doing the tracks within that particular cup. I'll probably, because I have actually not gotten around to playing this and kind of goofing around with it, I'm kind of making a big assumption that it's going to play a lot like a Mario Kart, rather than it being more like a Diddy Kong Racing type of thing. So I might just boot the game up and drive around a little bit and kind of get a feel for it, and then we'll start the run out. Might be good for me also to kind of familiarize myself with the tracks, but we shall see. Fears Garfield Kart. Now, I've been looking forward to Garfield Kart for a while. This got added a little while back now by Archie. And I almost immediately put it on the wheel there, but I've been meaning to sort of like I don't know, I had big hopes of like maybe actually getting good at Garfield Kart because I thought it would be kind of funny to do so, but one thing leads to another. But today is Garfield Kart Day. I think the most important part is that because of that submission, I now own a copy of Garfield Kart. And that, yeah, much like I have 2 copies of Mystery the Druids now, this is sort of how things spiral out of control. Only 2 seconds per grub. Oh, if only, right? I wish I could get a higher clip going. But I suppose, you know, the real fun in this is the journey, I suppose. That's what I'm gonna keep telling myself as this carries on for many more years to come. That sicko image. Yes. Yes. But yeah, there's some good ones out there. The wheel is powerful. There's just so many interesting and good games on there. Oh, you know what? I didn't even open today's stream up saying this, but technically this is stream number 1 of Wheel Week, by the way. We are in the middle of the wheel right now, truly. I was just thinking about, like, hopefully we can get some good progress here as we work through today's stream, and I was like, we've got another 3 streams after this of just wheel spinning goodness. So it should be very, very nice. Thank you for all the channel point submissions there to push that one over the line. Be a good time. The suitcases are the journey. There you go. Poetry. Yeah, hopefully the growing the grandpa works out for you, iDoc. We'll see. This week's schedule is going to be a little bit different than normal for sure. I think it is probably quite likely that I'm going to be doing Wednesday, Thursday this week, as opposed to Tuesday, Thursday. And that's because Wednesday morning, very early, I'm going to be doing, early for me at least, I'm going to be doing commentary for Lemmings' Questing for Glory run of Mad Dog Williams, which if you're up at around, like, I don't know what it was, like 5:30 UTC AM, that run is going to be going off on that channel over there, and it should be good. So if you're in North American times, it's going to be one of those like late night runs probably. And if you're out here in Europe with me, it's going to be one of those early morning ones. But it should be a good time. But I have a feeling that if I stream the night before, I'll really struggle to get up in time for that run. So it's likely going to be a Wednesday, Thursday, and then won't be streaming during the weekend next weekend because I'll be at UKSG, so I'll be doing a Simon the Sorcerer run over there, and then I guess the next stream after that, probably the Tuesday following, we'll pick up the last spin stream. So that's that. Just don't sleep. Yeah, there you go. If I didn't have work right after the run, I would probably do that, but yeah. We'll just stream up until I have to dip out to do the commentary. Also, hello, Spade. Hey, Urfa. Seems like it's gonna take a while. Yeah. I think this has been kind of like people have done the math, and I think this is gonna take another probably 6 or 7 years, something like that, maybe close to 8. The goal, for those that don't know, is to collect 100,000 of these grubs for a very silly Easter egg at the end. So we've been kind of just chipping away for a little while doing this. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're almost a fifth of the way. Closing in on that 20K mark, which is going to be pretty big. A guide for that that puzzle box, yeah. Could be good. If I ever think about it, and I probably won't, but if I ever think about it, I just need to kind of mark up like a screenshot of the slider puzzle, and I just need to mark it up kind of like how I do with some of my Darkside Detective notes, where I just kind of need to I don't know, kind of mark out the pathway, because if I look at it like kind of, because everything needs to move in kind of a line, right? Everything's relative to each other, and so if I just have that kind of in different phases, I'll probably be able to do it kind of quick, because then I can keep my spot. The real problem with that run right now for me is I continuously forget that the notes that I have are not appropriate for that particular category. And I'll forget. Well, I did write it down and add it to my notes. Do not use for Senior Detective. So that should be clear for the next time. But then it'll just be a different kind of panic, probably. But yeah, I mean, if you do put together a guide for it, I would be very happy to accept it, that's for sure. Hey, Valid Stank. Howdy, howdy. Hello, hello. Good to see ya. Yeah, things are good. Hope you're all right. Hey, CD. Howdy, howdy. Hoping the message would remind you. So it did remind me that I needed. It gave me the wrong reminder, and it's not your fault. But it reminded me to pull up the actual notes rather than the ones I have on my side, my like text notes, because the real like Google Doc that it's from does have some images, which are really helpful. The thing that I failed to notice was that again, it was for the 3x3 grid rather than the 4x4, and that would have given me the rest of it. But I missed it. Maybe next time though. Oh yeah, I guess if anybody, Electric Dragon kind of reminded me here, but if anyone's interested in the granularity and the stats on this particular challenge here, with the grubs, what pace we're at, and any like graphs and stuff, Electric Dragon puts together kind of a monthly-ish grub date of the progress here, and that's in the Discord. There's a channel called Grub Hub. Gets in there for all your grubby related conversations. Does it include the late Lucas era numerical selection for inventory items? So like similar to something like Grim Fandango or Escape from Monkey Island, I take it. It does not, unfortunately. Yeah, this game's kind of interesting because obviously got like kind of the LucasArts license or whatever to it, but it is a Telltale game at the end of the day, and it has its own engine. So it's yeah, one of the ones where you got to grab it out of the inventory directly. So what I do is I hit tab. Tab pulls out the inventory there, and then you can click it out. The tricky part of this, if anybody ever does a speedrun of this game, there's sort of a feel to this where even though the inventory is open, you actually can't select anything into it. You have to kind of give it a beat, just a moment for it to finish, like, I guess, loading in or appearing. And that's one thing that you have to be careful with. Kind of an interesting bit with the inventory. It would be super helpful if it did have the numerical kind of inventory selection, like those kind of LucasArts games. Because the tech there gets very powerful. If anybody's seen an Escape from Monkey Island speedrun in particular, Escape from Monkey Island is super cool, actually, in that it takes the Grim Fandango system a bit further, and not only do the numbers associate to your inventory items, but you can actually assign them like hotkeys, basically, to it. So in Grim Fandango 1 through 9, maybe 0 works too. I don't know. I think it's 1 through 9 now. Automatically get assigned to whatever like your first 9 items are in your inventory. So in order that you pick them up, there you can hit like, button number 8, the 8 button, and it'll pull out the 8th inventory item in there. What's cool about Escape from Monkey Island is that you basically open your items, and then you can hit something like, it's like shift and then a number. I think it's shift and a number, and it will assign that particular number to that'll make it a hotkey for that particular item, and it's persistent as well. So one thing that happens in the speed run is that you get that gubernatorial symbol in the very first moments of the game, really, while you're still on Melee Island, and then you lose that item at some point, but that does come back towards the end of the game again. And if you've assigned it earlier in the game, it retains its hotkey, which is pretty cool. So that saves a little bit of time later in the game, because it's not like you have to reset it or anything. You can, I think I usually set it to like 4 or 5. I'm trying to remember, but you can just hit 5, and for instance, and it just pulls it out, even though you haven't had the item in multiple acts at that point. Pretty cool. But yeah, no such luck in this particular game, sadly. But it's a really handy thing. I know, like, Escape from Monkey Island gets a lot of shade from people, and some of it's understandable totally. But there's a lot of interesting things happening under the hood. It makes for a very, very cool speedrun. And this is your PSA for anybody who doesn't like Escape from Monkey Island because of the controls. If you open up the settings for your game and you take a look at, there's a controls section in there, and I think there's something that says camera relative or character relative, and so it's, I think, by default set to character relative. That means it's on what we like to call tank controls, and that's usually the one that everybody complains about. Just switch it to camera relative, and then suddenly your controls are more modern, I guess, and that will maybe get you over the hump. Is everything, yeah. Yeah, Escape from Monkey Island is a really cool speedrun. It's definitely an underrated series, or part of the series in terms of, specifically on the speedrun at least. A lot of really cool, item layering tricks and stuff, like things that, that work again in Grim Fandango, have some applications in Escape, and it's very cool. Hey, Quit Rocket Runner, thanks for the good luck. Nice to see ya. Howdy, howdy. Almost missed your message there. Welcome in. Yeah, I know, we're almost to 20K. It's crazy, right? And yeah, the controls are all configurable too. And it works with the controller as well. I don't think I actually played the game with a controller before, but I know folks who have, for speedrunning or otherwise. Obviously they had a port of that over to PS2 as well, if I recall correctly. And I think it plays pretty well. Some of the 3D ones tend to feel a little bit more natural with a controller, so that's always an option for your casual needs as well. I like Monkey 4 as well. I should try booting it back up. The last time I was trying to fire Escape up on this machine, I was getting a lot of crashes and stuff. Even on Dream and everything. I should give it another go. I feel like I'm smarter and stronger than I was before. Final 2 minutes. We've made some pretty good progress here. Whoop. Hope people are excited for Garfield Kart. Somehow it got uninstalled from my machine. I definitely had it in place before, but I did reinstall it on the break. I have no idea how it's going to perform now, but sure at the highest level. I actually had, speaking of Garfield, I had a delicious homemade lasagna the other day. Meows made one. I think I may have mentioned it actually on stream because I was so hyped up about it. It was so good. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Whoop. Haunted game. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, this is just a preamble to an epic creepypasta. Move out of the way, haunted Majora's Mask cart that somebody found at a yard sale. For I have the haunted Garfield Kart Steam installation. You've suffered a terrible lasagna, haven't you? That's time there. I'll hand this one in and we'll call it there. Thanks again, everybody, for the redeems there. That should do it. We finish our day at 19,465 grubs. Let's make our saves here. Let's quit on out of here. Very good. Ooh, as I punch the mic. There we go. Punch the microphone there. Was just so hyped about grubs. Whoa! That was loud in my headset for a moment. Great. Great work, everyone. Garfield Kart. There's two options here. Do we do Garfield Kart as is, or do we go with Garfield Kart : Furious Racing. Let's take a look here. I guess just the classic Garfield Kart. A gubernatorial symbol of sorts, yeah. Let's go. Alright. I guess it's time for Garfield Kart, people. So the stream might bug out for a moment here while I get this set up for us. Bear with. I don't know how Linux is going to handle the power of the Garf. We simply do not know. There's lasagna on the menu there. Oh, excellent. This fires up and asks me if I want to be in windowed mode. What a pal. I would love this to be there. I guess graphics quality we want low because of the speedrun, I would imagine. Are we okay with low-powered graphics? Okay. It looks like this is gonna work, which is really exciting. Yeah, we'll have to see if this... So I actually really like racing games a lot. I spent a decent amount of time playing like Mario Kart back in the day, really grinding out times. So it does sort of fall into something that I already like. So it is kind of a dangerous thing. Oh, I should probably grab a controller. I'm not going to want to do this, I don't think, on a keyboard. Let me go... Give me 1 sec here. I'm just going to go grab a my controller from the other room. 1 sec. All right. Let's take a look. So the game is loading. It's launching at the moment. I don't know why it's taking so long. It fired right up before. I should probably make splits. Let's do that while this is figuring itself out. I guess I'll bring it here. I don't know what's going on with this game now. Garfield Kart has decided it doesn't want to play ball anymore. Yeah, it takes time like a good lasagna. There you go. Garfield Kart. So I think this falls under the Grand Prix mode. think Steam is having the problem here. What is going on? Lego Racers. I never played Lego Racers. Is my stream room separate from my game room? So, I mean, yeah, I guess so. I guess it is. The, like, I do some computer gaming in here because this is where my computer is, but I also have, like, a Steam Link in the other room, and the Switch, and a bunch of other consoles. So, I do like sitting on the couch and gaming when I'm doing so nice and casually. So this is really annoying, because for some reason, Steam is just... Okay. Yeah, Steam was stuck. It was cooking the lasagna for a little bit too long, I think, there. Alright. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Okay, so it's loading up now. We got there. Lasagna cup. I guess I'll just run this as is. Lasagna cup. I was gonna maybe break it down into specific tracks. Maybe I still will. Let's try this out again. All this for Garfield Kart. I love it. Hey, Weird Proc. Aggressive gameplay, that's right. Well, some might even say furious gameplay, I guess. Okay, here we go. We are in here. Thanks for bearing with. Okay, we should see Garfield Kart. Okay, so now the question is, does my controller work? It doesn't seem like it. That's fun. Is this literally all I have? Is... Yeah. Teach me to drive. Maybe I'll just use the keyboard, I guess. we're just in. Oh, I kind of hate this. Braking is down. Okay, that's not good. Skidding. Okay, so this is like turbo sliding. Tux Racer? I feel like I've seen that. Oh, this is going to be an absolute nightmare if I can't use the controller. Oh, hang on. Controller's working randomly. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Oh, dear. Okay. Do too many turbos. Okay. Alright, so we have to kind of take this at a bigger line. This is not as forgiving as like a Mario Kart 8 or anything like that. This is a... Okay, and the snake kind of begins when you touch. When your wheels touch. Which is definitely different than the other games that I've played here. Was that 2 in a row? Okay. Sure thing. Get rid of that. That's gonna get annoying. Okay, see this candy. There's tons of them on the track. Drive over one. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's a lasagna. Amazing acceleration. Okay. A pie. Okay, so pie. Oops. Okay, so that doesn't bank or anything like that. Like that, it's like, you know, you can put it, you can drop them behind you, and it's like, I already did that. Okay. I definitely have a feel for this. But again, it does have kind of a, I have to kind of understand the timing a little bit better because it's not quite a, I see. Okay, so that's a hazard. If you get like a lasagna, you probably want to hit that a little bit more direct. But it's almost as if you want to try to hit these snakes like pretty deep. You also get one right out of the gate. It might not even be worth it to kind of like really go for the full blast. I mean, maybe it is, but... You know what I mean? Unless something like that. Like as soon as you get the bit, you go for it. They might not stack at all, actually. Okay, that's long enough to go over the grass on those corners, so that's probably what you want to do there. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it now. Oh, good. Let's just test and see if we can go over the other stuff with the lasagna. Yeah. Okay. That's enough of that. I guess quit race. Okay, let's begin. Good tutorial. Okay, so we've got Lasagna Cup. Oh, is Archie here somewhere? Do you have a preference on CC? I imagine we'll go easy mode unless otherwise flagged. Just seeing if there's any things on the rules here on the actual site. Maybe played on any CC. It looks like a lot of the runs... Okay, there's a mix. There's a mixture. I guess we'll do 100. Go right down the middle. Okay, cool. Cats in the Hood, Crazy Dunes, Hail Rock Lake, and City Slicker. Okay, let me just edit my splits here. Cats with a Z. That's how you know it's very hip. Alright, City Slicker. The other thing I guess we need to understand is there a preferred character? I don't know. Maybe we'll do a poll for the character. So we have Garfield, John. Is it just Garfield and John? At the moment, we just have Garfield and John. So there we go. Let's start a poll here. Not a prediction, a poll. All right, 2-minute poll up. Have a sip of water. Shaking my head in my head. Yeah, it's a total miss by me. What do we have here? Muck Madness. Woofmobile. Oh, we have to. We're taking the Woofmobile. I don't think we have a choice. The diamond explodes a bit faster. Any pies you throw will go at mad speed. I guess we'll do the chef hat, I guess. Super speed. Perfect maneuverability. I guess we'll go for speed. And, oh, we do have 400 Garfield coins. Good chance of getting lasagna. Should we just take everything? Can you even do this? Is this legal? Any character, cart, spoiler, hat, and boosts are allowed. These are considered boosts, I take it. So yeah, why not? We'll take everything. What is this one? Second chance you can restart. Okay, that I don't care about as much. Okay, we only have one available. Get off to... Okay, I think actually what we want is Lasagna Lover. I think that's it. Okay, going for Garfield. Very good. I think that's the right choice. Okay. Looks like that's the better speed choice anyway. So when does time start here? I probably should have looked that up before this. Time starts on clicking go after selecting boosts, which I've already done here. Garfield, Woofmobile, Chef Special, and then get the boost in here. If you set your character, car, spoiler, etc. to match a theme, you get a stat boost. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. So we get a little bit on that, I guess. Okay, that's interesting. Something to keep an eye on. Okay, so I think I have to hit go, right? Cats in the hood. I don't know which go it is, but... There we go. Helps if I remember which button is go. It's a trigger button. Alright, here we go, folks. Super... I need to make sure I'm not going for a long snake or anything. I'm just going for the one boost. So I'm struggling to do that. Okay, now we're moving. 3 laps, I guess. It's gonna be bad if we don't win the race. Grab these boosts here. Try to get bumps off of those folks. Let's see if we can maybe... I'll save that last one for the shortcut, which I keep forgetting about. Oh, rats, never mind. Oh, I didn't get the boost there. What? What just happened? Okay. A little rough here. Oh, I probably should have set another boost, shouldn't I? It's okay. Ooh, do we get like a special boost from being up here? No, we do not. Okay, so that's what, it like invincibility or something? Not sure how you get around that. So you don't even want to touch anybody. Looks like there's a secret area over there as well. Oh, jeez, I'm cutting that corner way too tight. Okay, that isn't a secret area. I thought that looked like a, it looked like a... kind of like a path over the corner, and I was like, oh, I see you, Garfield Kart. Trying to hide these little things in there. Okay. It was slightly better, I guess. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to do this still a little bit like Mario Kart, which is not helping me much in Garfield Kart. Alright, I'll take the tighter turn, I guess. Like, not boosting to the correct side is really causing me problems right now. $32,000 hours in Garfield Kart. That is powerful. Holy moly, that's a gamer right there. The blueprints of kart racers. A little bit, you know, you want to turn one particular direction. You gotta hope. That you go the right way. I don't even know what just happened there, by the way. Oh, good that we could steer in the air. That's cool. Oh, I feel like I'm really, really close on understanding kind of like the feel for this. Okay. Turns out getting the boost on this thing, not enough tech here. That is not tech. It is just pain. Oh, you can use that as a jump yourself. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm starting to get it. $41K. Garfield Kart Enjoyer. Let's go. I can't believe I haven't even won a single race yet. That is a shame. Berry sacks bringing it right now. Did I just jump over the top of those boosts, those items? I think I might be trash at this game. It's okay. There's a little secret there. Oh, there's a little puzzle piece. Okay, here we go. Here's the comeback, I hope. Okay, as I run into every wall imaginable and flip out of bounds. Never mind. I mean, honestly, getting back into third was... No getting that one. There's got to be 100% category, I'd think, right? For this. Got to get all the puzzle pieces and stuff. Oh, don't hit that, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty catchy one. I wouldn't be surprised if this suddenly gets added to the playlist at some point. I think that's the end of it there. That seems like, the world record's 1040. That can't be right. What did I do wrong here? Okay. Thank you for the GGs. I think I did that right. I don't know what I missed here, though. This should have been very slow, I imagine. I guess it's just in-game time. I'm so confused. Like, was that a, I don't know. Was that a good run? That shouldn't have been a good run. Well, I didn't see any sort of like daily challenges. There's no stats, are there? This is just a credit roll. Because that should have been bad. That should have been way worse. But if it really was a 1056, like RTA, the lowest is 707. Was I really only 4 minutes off? That's crazy. Or is there something that you need to install to access in-game time? If I do one more. Well, PC Lasagna Cup, right? Like, is there a timer anywhere on this screen if we do this? So there must be another, like, thing. It's probably not worth gutting it out there. Lasagna cup is 610. Okay, see, that makes a lot more sense. What am I looking at then? So I'm looking at leaderboards, Cup, Lasagna Cup Grand Prix. Oh, I'm set to Garfield Kart. This is not Garfield Kart. Is this not just Garfield Kart? Am I going down the rabbit hole of like what actually is in the Garfield Kart like chronological universe here? The one I'm playing right now is called Garfield Kart. Straight up. Yeah, I think this is correct. I think what's happening here is that this is so the time that we're seeing down here, this 1040 is IGT. I don't know what's going on with this board, if I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Leaderboard. All cups, I'm switching to the Lasagna cup. PC. Yeah, I think you're right, Mike. Yeah. I think that's what happened here. So there's a 1040 that is being sorted to the top because it's the only one with in-game time. But the run under it is a 707, which that would make more sense to me. Okay, sure. Okay, I'm gonna do one more because that was fun. And see if we can't maybe get out of DFL here. Go after selecting boosts. So if we go Grand Prix, that means we probably want to go for 150 based on the other runs here. Cats in the Hood. Yeah, I will take another one of these Lasagna Lovers. And that, well, shoot, that was go. Naturally. Whoops. That was the go. There's too many goes. 150. Pot of coffee. Alright, this is the one where I need to be very careful about. Touch a boost. We'll try to get our this whole thing happening here. Alright. We're gaming now. Oh, jeez. Why? What's going on with my controls here? Oh, jeez. I need to remind myself that this is Garfield Kart. This is not another game. This is just Garfield Kart. I need to keep that in mind. Are these like rubber banding? Might be. I don't have any lasagna left, do I? She's only 7 seconds better. I didn't get a boost there. I wonder if this is like Mario Kart, where the more coins you get, kind of the higher your top speed is, up to a certain amount. Got a little bit too tight, but it's fine. Really, I just caught... I guess that's a whole bubble. That's like the hitbox, I think. Hey there, Dr. Java-saurus. What is happening with my game? Oh no. Oh no! Okay. That was not ideal. I realized I hadn't had to reverse before, but I think just holding brake button down does it. But I'm doing good, thanks. I hope you're doing all right. Oh wow, I thought that was the last lap for some reason. So we actually might still be able to rally this thing back into some sort of shape. I can't seem to get a boost on that corner. This doesn't help when I accidentally drive into the grass, but... Hey there, Elliot. Okay. Still finished somehow better that time than last time. I don't know how that happened. I guess that goes to show you how bad I was in the first one. Oh, Toonstruck, yeah. Fellow Toonstruck enjoyer. Love to see it. Welcome, welcome. Jeez, so does that like warp you, I guess, to the next place ahead? Oh, we just barely missed those. Should have taken a turn. Yeah, Toonstruck rules. It's a really cool game. And that speedrun, oh jeez, was really, really fun. Challenging, but fun to learn. It's probably going to be on my list of, like, games to bring to some marathons as well. I've played a few of the good ones, I feel like, this year, as far as that goes. Like, Mad Dog is tempting, Druids is tempting. Toonstruck is a pretty realistic consideration, I feel like. Woo! Just barely dodged that one. Can use the stylus. Yeah, I'm not sure what the rules are specifically for Toonstruck. The only thing I can say is that I guess if you're playing it on, I guess, like a tablet, and you get ScumVM, like a specific version of ScumVM on there, it probably would be fine. But yeah, that's one for the mods. I'm not really sure. Because I know for some other you know, point-and-click adventure speedruns that have ports to you know, phones, tablets, and stuff. They have the tendency to have their own category because it sort of changes the way you attack the game. But you could probably get going real quick if you had a you know, that specific version of ScumVM, so something like 2.7 or earlier, and a tablet. You can probably really cook with that. It all comes down to skipping text, and that is a lot easier to do on a keyboard because you just hold down whatever that would be, escape or something like that. I don't think it's a dot skip, but I don't know. So as long as you can skip text in the same way, it probably will be faster. But yeah, it sort of depends on it. Could do some runs and see what they say. So there you go. Did not do very good. We went faster, under 10 minutes, so I'll accept that. Which is good. Technically, that is a 9th place run, assuming that I did the timing on that correctly. I don't actually know if I did. Crossing the finish line for the last round of City Slicker. So yeah, so yeah, we slid into 9th place. Let's go. I will take it. There we are. In 9th place. Thank you for the GGs, everybody. Good stuff. I'll save those splits. That's a generally speaking, a W. Thank you, Archie, for that redemption. Yeah, not expecting some kart racing on this channel. That's definitely the right thing to go into this as, but that's the beauty of the wheel. Very good. Well, I'll save those splits. That's good. I would not be... This is how sad this is, and I feel like iDoc called the shot there, but I wouldn't necessarily be against doing a speedrun of that again, as sick as that is. Tickles my fancy in a weird way. Anywho, Toonstruck N64 speedrun. Is there an N64 port of it? I guess Scumbium probably has some way of being on an N64. It's everywhere. You can play that on a refrigerator, I feel like. You never know. Alright, so we've got around 20 minutes or so left. So what I think I'm going to do is we'll spin the wheel. If it's something short and sweet, we'll do it. I'm trying to see if there is anything that would maybe be quick. Yeah, there's a couple items on here that could be quick. I see there's a Bonnie Crunch % on here, and I wonder if I have any ears left for her. There is an N64 Scumbium. That is, of course there is. Of course there is. That's some powerful stuff. We'll spin the wheel. Let's see what we land on, and then I'll figure it out later. Worst case, it gets kicked to next stream, which is probably going to be on Wednesday. Can I bring you in? Where is the wheel? Here we are. For anybody just coming in, this is a segment that we do on the stream, I guess. Once a week. We're in the middle of Wheel Week, so the next 4 streams today, and then the next 3 are going to be themed like this. But these are all viewer-submitted speedruns and first plays, and yeah, we spin this wheel like this, and wherever it lands, that's what we do next. Okay, Unfinished Swan. This is a first place submission from Bernie. This game looks super, super cool. I don't think we'll get... I don't think I want to start this first play right now because I feel like we're going to want to get really deep into it. So we'll pick this one up on Wednesday, but I will mark it as such on the board. Unfinished Swan. Here it is. Let's hit and we'll play next stream. Just as a note for myself and anybody else. Cool. Bring you back up here. So we've got, 15-20 minutes. You know what that means, folks. I think it's time for a little bit of Yoda. We haven't played any Yoda on here. I think we're itching for a Yoda, I think. Close up this delectable stream with a little bit of Yoda stories. For those that don't know, Yoda Stories is a kind of... It's basically a point-and-click adventure kind of thing. It's adventure adjacent, at least. There were a couple of games that were put out in the kind of mid to late 90s. Called The Desktop Adventures. And Yoda Stories is one of these. They look like this. Yeah, Yoda. Let me just really quick make sure that... Okay, games 1, 2. Perfect. But yeah, we basically play as Funko Pop Luke Skywalker, and we basically do it's an extended trade quest with some puzzles where we try to do a particular predetermined mission, but the maps and the missions themselves are going to be sort of like randomly selected, and the tiles that exist are there. So we'll have to see how it goes. But you can pick up items, like you can pick up R2-D2 for some reason. Not very helpful item, but yeah, R2 is there. Anyways, let's do it. Let me pop open my Yoda stories. One mission. Splits. Okay, I'm gonna run this here. Perfect. Get a fresh one up. Grim Fandango not supported on N64. Is that what that is? Oh, that's too bad. Maybe someday. Never say never, right? Oh, okay. We're taking... This is R2%. We're taking R2 even then. It's not very helpful. Okay, a restraining bolt. That is going to kick our exciting adventure off here. Alright, first off, we need to find our locator. It's definitely not on that screen. I think it's in here either. Sounds just like Mark Hamill. I'm thinking that there is an item in here. Maybe not. This chair is not movable, which it appears to not be. There are a lot of stormtroopers to not have an item here, I feel like. Okay, there it is. Sonic Cleaver. Not quite a locator. There's absolutely nothing on that screen. Maybe... Okay, this is the one with the locator. That's fine. Okay. Oh my gosh. Rude stormtroopers. Okay, a power pry bar probably does it. Perfect. So that's the item that we need there. I'm a little bit nervous about going all the way down. I think that one of these two items is probably good enough to continue on there. But I don't know for sure. That's the end. There's a tool. Because we'd have to hope that the pry bar and the cleaver are sort of, oops, synergizing. That's what happens when you pause the game. What is this? Requires a valuable. We do not have a valuable at this point in time. Find the force. Okay, we'll do that in a moment. It's empty. Okay. Yada-da-da-da. There we go. Just like in the movie. Did you not give me the force? Oh, you big jerk. So, Ben will not give you the force. Unless you have a certain amount of health. Okay, what do you need? Requires a tool. Alright, so we're gonna do this now. This isn't a huge map, which is really a positive thing here. It did take us a little bit to find the locator, though. There we go. Locked up tight. Cleaver, please. Cleaver, please. Restraining bolt. Lightning bolt. That's credits. Okay, is this... No, it's the next one over. We gotta get rid of all these stormtroopers for this guy. Let's remove the riffraff. This looks pretty good. You need an ID card. Really? How's that for an ID card? Okay, so we do have to go low. We did misplay this. That's fine. We'll zip on down and get it done. So this should be the Sonic Cleaver. Write this puzzle. Is it the force for this one? Yeah. No. There we go. Okay, that's the restraining bolt. I probably should have peeked at that earlier, just to kind of know what I was getting into here. So yeah, for those that don't know, these are kind of like randomized. They're like there's a set, I guess, of missions and other things. This guy should have given me a drive guide. Okay. But it pulls random tiles out and random puzzles like in between. So every time you play the game, it's a little bit different. Hey, El Pollo Diablo lives. Why does this game exist? Yeah, I mean, it's a weird one, right? This is kind of like one of those games. Do we just give him the drive guide? No. Oh, there's just a giant ID card sitting here. These are kind of like It's sort of like I don't know, maybe it's a game for kid type of thing, and they probably weren't very hard to make. All right, we have Han Solo in our pocket now. Yeah, it feels like it's capitalizing over you know, more things related to Star Wars, right? So this is kind of a pain of a mission here, because the requirements for this are a little insane, if I recall. There is one other. Let me check here. Yeah, okay. I think somebody has an ID, not an ID card, but a yeah, there it is. Key card. So that probably goes into that, which gets us to the next one. We're plenty good on health right now. Oops, hang on. I think there's another layer of this, right? Another... Okay, waste of time. Everybody out of the way, please. Okay, we came out of that bottom one there. You like boxes, Miss Turner. 01. What's funny is this might not even have the box, or like the thing that we're looking for here. It does. At least it had that at the end of it. Oh, jeez. Come on. There. Yeah. Yo, dog, I heard you like Sakuban, yeah. Oh my... This is crazy. Let me out of this area, please. Alright. Han Solo, delivered to you. Okay, that's all we needed to do there. The drive guide gets used. What do you need? Hangar door. So I guess we've saved him, and there you go. Nice. Yeah, Han Solo was in the inventory. Ham Solo. That's the sandwich related to. All right, there we go. 1358. Let me just check that against my PB on that particular mission. The 650 is my, like, including every single mission that there can be, PB. But that was... Is that release Millennium Falcon, I think? Seems like it was 1118. Okay. So not too bad. Honestly, this map was not too huge. This probably could have been faster. If I'd gone for this early, which I opted not to because I was like, the synergy of this would be a little bit crazy if it worked. That would have been good. But thank you for the GGs, everybody.